Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emily Johnson, and I am the National Honor Society President this year. I am honored to commence this 2016 induction ceremony. First of all, I would like to welcome friends and family who have joined us, our current members, and a special welcome to the new inductees tonight. I'd also like to thank Mr. Jennings, who is our student attendance and student engagement coordinator. I would also like to give a special thank you to Mr. Alan Panier, our advisor. Only through his guidance and leadership were we able to carry out this group's dedication to academics and service, so thank you. Each student being inducted into National Honor Society tonight has been selected due to his or her achievements in the 4 pillars of NHS: scholarship, leadership, community service, and character. It is for that reason that they are being inducted into this prestigious society tonight. National Honor Society is a group focused on more than just achievements and grades. It is also focused on setting the bar high for yourselves, both in and out of the school setting. Sitting before you tonight is a group of exclusive students who have taken the initiative to not only work hard, but to also give back to their community as well. They strive to meet their full potential and act as role models among their fellow peers. I would first like to start off with a review of this year's events. Many service opportunities took place this year, and as NHS officers, we initiated many new ones as well. Throughout the year, we took part in a variety of events, which included the anti-bullying walk-around, handing out gifts at Packer games, making Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's Day cards for Borneman's nursing home, collecting toys for the giving tree and then wrapping the presents, ringing bells at Walmart East, collecting food for Paul's Pantry during the girls' basketball game, volunteering for solo ensemble, and helping out with the indoor track meet, cleaning up Preble, and then selling baked goods in order to raise money to buy flowers to give to the residents living at Borneman's nursing home. Throughout the year, many of our NHS members also volunteered their time as tutors. But our biggest accomplishment this year was our Salvation Army Red Kettle Award. This past December, members of NHS volunteered their time to ring bells at the Walmart on the east side. I am proud to announce that Preble raised the most money out of the Green Bay schools, with our total dollar amount being just shy of $5,000. National Honor Society was presented with this Red Kettle Award in March, and we are very proud of this award. Next year, we hope that Preble will raise enough money to keep this award here at our school. These events highlight our group's pride and commitment when it comes to volunteering within our community. Next year, we expect the officers to initiate their own ideas and continue the ones that we have established. We also have a guest here tonight who has dedicated his time and effort towards serving his community in any way that he can. It is my privilege to introduce to you tonight. Mr. Nick Nasvachel is the founder of the first and only student-driven cancer group, Sting Cancer. He is also the founder of his own book, I Got Cancer, Cancer Didn't Get Me. Sting Cancer has been around for 12 years and is active in over 28 schools across Wisconsin. His hard work and dedication has reached over 5,000 cancer patients throughout the state. As a graduate student of St. Norbert College, Lakeland College, and most recently the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay, he has taught special education for over 12 years within the Green Bay School District. In addition, he has coached football for 20 years, both at the high school and the college level. His perseverance and his strength is the reason he is admired by many. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Nick Nasvachel.
Hello, thank you. Thank you to Mr. Panier and the Green Bay Preble National Honor Society for allowing me to speak tonight. I truly look at it as a great honor. I am a cancer survivor of 20 years. I'm also a survivor of a stroke and a meningitis infection. I've been a special ed teacher for 13 years. I've been a football coach for 20 years. I am a husband to a beautiful wife for almost 13 years. And I am a father to 4 little miracles at home after being told I would not be able to have children because of my intense radiation and chemotherapy. Mr. Pannier made it clear to me that usually for NHS induction speeches, they have a lawyer or a doctor or somebody very prestigious, so I want to apologize to you ahead of time. I'll do my best. In my lifetime, I went through two really major events. One that ravaged me physically, and one that ravaged me emotionally. And the reason why I'm going to tell you this quick story is because I'm so impressed with National Honor Society students and how they do what they do without going through what I had to go through. Because when I was in high school, my priorities were football, my girlfriend, and what I was going to do on the weekend. And these kids are so selfless. But I had two major experiences in my life. The first one was after shattering my kneecap during football my freshman year at St. Norbert College. That spring, I was rehabbing my knee in Schulte Sports Center when I started having blurry vision. To fast forward a couple days and a couple weeks, I found out that I had brain cancer, terminal brain cancer. The words, "you have cancer," change your life instantly. I had a brain tumor, I had a subsequent stroke, and a meningital infection. At one point, I overheard two doctors talking, saying that if one of the three things don't kill him, one of the other two will. Not what you want to hear when you're 20 years old. Go home and get your things in order just wasn't the answer that my family would take, and I thank them for that. My memory was gone. I lost 60 pounds. I went from being on the honor roll, playing football, to losing 60 pounds, having scars all over my head, and returning to school as half the man I used to be, a fragment of my former self. That's when the second most harshest words came to me. After I got back to school, I realized I wasn't on the dean's list anymore. I wasn't a 220-pound football player. I was somebody that was struggling a lot. Because of the stroke, I had memory problems, I had concentration problems, I had focus problems. And I wasn't the 3.6 student that I used to be. I would study all night like I did before, and I'd wake up and take a blue book test and realize I couldn't remember anything. I went through this for a long time, only to go back to my neuropsychologist and find out what was wrong. And he said all the retraining of your brain, your focus, concentration, no matter what it is, you're never going to get that completely back. What he recommended was for me to talk to the two professors at St. Norbert where my most intensive two classes were and drop 8 of my 16 credits. And I'll never forget the day I couldn't drive. My dad brought me back to St. Norbert College, and I had to go in and tell my two professors about 3 or 4 weeks into the semester that because of the intense memorization in their classes, I was going to have to drop and try them at a later date when I recovered more. I went into the first professor's office, and he wept, and he hugged me, and he said he understood. And he said, "Come back when you're ready. I'll be waiting with open arms." I went back out to the lobby, and I had my next appointment with the next professor about 10 minutes later. I was feeling pretty good about myself after being very nervous. And I went into the next professor and told him the same exact thing. And I guess selfishly, I was expecting a similar answer. He looked at me and said, "Nick, what you're telling me is you're quitting my class. And I have a policy I don't associate with quitters." I was almost as blown away with that as I was with the words, "you have cancer." But that was the day I think I decided as I walked back to my car for my dad to drive me home that I realized I wanted to be a teacher. And the realization of why I say these things is because these students here and the students that are over here, they've already realized something that took me major life events to realize. It amazes me how far ahead of the game you guys truly are. When I think of NHS, when I think of National Honor Society, I think of diligence, I think of effort, I think of commitment, I think of dedication and self-confidence. I think of selflessness, passion for the cause, self-challenging, willingness to sacrifice your own personal needs for the benefit of others. I think of serving others without recognition or compensation. I think of making the right choices day after day. And we all know in this world that's not an easy thing. I think of constantly displaying respect, responsibility, and citizenship always. You guys don't realize how valuable it is to be this far ahead of the game at such a young age. The pillars of the National Honor Society that define these kids today are scholarship. And if I can leave you with a few words about each of the pillars, education is the most powerful weapon you have to change the world. Bottom line. Leadership. If your actions inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and become more, you are a leader. And I know a lot of you guys because I was here just a year ago and saw you guys come in as freshmen. And I know I'm sitting around a lot of great leaders. An example of leadership and helping people is something that I hope that I display in the community. I started Sting Cancer at this wonderful school, Preble, 12 years ago, and now we have it in 28 schools. That's the kind of leadership that these kids provided for other schools and other areas all around Northeast Wisconsin. Service, another pillar of National Honor Society. Help others and give something back. One thing I can guarantee is that what you will discover, if you haven't already, is that while public service improves the lives and world around you, its greatest reward is the enrichment and new meaning it will bring to your own life. An example that I would like to share is our Sting Cancer group brings up backpacks for the battle. We bring it up to the oncology units every holiday. We bring 50 to 75 of them up there, and we get a lot of nice thank yous from people. We didn't realize here at Preble and Southwest and different areas that people come far distances to Green Bay when they're getting radiation or getting chemotherapy. And we get every week we get a few thank yous from people in Marinette, Menominee, and all over. An example of service and the effect it has, last year when I was at Preble, we got a really unique thank you card from an oncology nurse. And she said, I want to thank you because I have one of the toughest jobs there is. I work in the oncology unit, and I see people come out of radiation. I see people come out of chemotherapy. And when I see them, they're at their absolute worst, physically, emotionally. And she said, I want to thank you, the kids that make up Sting Cancer. I want to thank you because you allow me to give them this backpack with all these things in it, crossword puzzles, hand lotion, you name it, it's there. And they open it up and they see the card and they see that it's from a bunch of high school students that they don't even know. But she said, I want to thank you because I see their face go from the absolute worst to a smile. And she said, you've made me commit to my job and stay in my job, and you make the lives of others better for at least a moment. So I just wanted to give that as an example because I think that's something that our kids today don't get enough credit for. And the last one, the last pillar is character. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is looking. And these kids epitomize that. 2 NHS students, Sting Cancer advisors. Wednesday night, I think it was, Wednesday or Thursday night, as we're getting ready for our press conference at Lambeau Field, knew how worried I was about it and how I had They came in and they said, Mr. Nez, you can't give a free t-shirt, a thank you card to all the dignitaries in Northeast Wisconsin and all the representatives from the Packers. You can't give that, you can't roll that shirt up in a rubber band, that looks stupid. I'm a guy, you know, I don't know what's going on. So I had 2 members of our National Honor Society at Southwest come in and spend 2 hours making pretty ribbons and making everything look very nice. Those are the things that you do when other people aren't looking and people don't know. Those are the special things that make up students in Northeast Wisconsin. Over the years, I have had amazing kids come to me, either in National Honor Society or hoping to get into National Honor Society. And as a skin cancer advisor, I was always hesitant because I always was like, hey, maybe you should just be an at-large member because I'm a little bit nervous. You've got so many things going on. You're on the bowling team, you're on the basketball team, you're in Key Club, you're in all these things. How are you going to be able to give effort to skin cancer? Don't stretch yourself too thin, I would say. I would always worry that they were too overly involved. I have learned my lesson almost year after year after year because I've realized that National Honor Society students and kids that are yearning for the opportunity to be in National Honor Society are special. And I would be really remiss if I would have let them go and not be advisors, because they always turn out to be the best advisors in my group and they make it the strongest group it can be, even though they got 15,000 other things going on. So again, National Honor Society students, you are amazing. When I think about National Honor Society, I think about the 212 degrees. How many people know what 212 degrees is? Anybody heard that? That was our modus operandi for skin cancer one year. 212 degrees is what epitomizes the National Honor Society and the students that are involved in it. It's a real simple idea that at 211 degrees, water is hot. At 212 degrees, water boils. Boiling water creates steam, and steam can power a locomotive. And it's the idea that if you go the extra degree, you will be successful in anything you do. And I can't find a better way or a better analogy to describe students that make up the National Honor Society. My last thought to all the National Honor Society members is how amazing it is, everything you do. But please, promise me that you will enjoy the ride. Take genuine action and ownership in all the great things you do. And remember, while you are building, while you are no doubt building great resumes, remember, it's much more important that you are leaving your legacies. Thank you again for having me, and good luck to all of you.
So thank you, Mr. and Ms. Bachel. The positive effects of skin cancer are still being felt today in our own school and across Wisconsin. We will now proceed into the induction of the students into Preble's chapter of the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society ranks as one of the oldest and most prestigious national organizations for high school students. Chapters exist in over 60% of the nation's high schools, and since 1921, millions of students have been selected for membership. Preble's charter was granted on November 15, 1957. Over the past 50 years, thousands of students, just like us, have participated in a similar ceremony. Membership of Preble's National Honor Society is earned by the demonstration of the 4 pillars held in high regard by this society: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The officers now will share with you the meaning behind each of the 4 pillars of National Honor Society.
candle to my left represents the eternal light of knowledge. The light of knowledge symbolizes the National Honor Society's torch. The cornerstone of NHS is knowledge, and is that upon which the other pillars are built. We must continue to pursue knowledge through study, investigation, observation, and experience.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Leadership is another pillar of the National Honor Society. Students should demonstrate leadership within the school community. Because NHS students become leaders within the school, they should showcase their ability to solve problems and act as role models for their peers. Positions within other organizations, such as student government, athletics, and peer leadership, provide students with opportunities to assume leadership roles. Students should also support and participate in school activities according to the guidelines of NHS.
My office is service. Service can be provided in many ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or without recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and creating a better tomorrow. Each National Honor Society member pledges to provide service to their school and community.
Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives oneself individuality. Without it, one cannot respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character which guides one through life and, when one's developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem with character is the problem with self-control. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
At this time, we will now be calling students on stage to receive their certificate.
Meredith Delane. Paul Demir.
Delia Marshall, Evan Metcalf, Shamini Mashad, Catherine
Casey Razor, Ann Schneider, Fitz, McKenna Tofa, Celia Varela, Faith Zell,
To signify full membership in the National Honor Society, please stand to recite the National Honor Society pledge.
sorry about that.
I, repeat name. Being aware of the honor. Which is being bestowed upon me. By my selection for membership. In the Preble National Honor Society. Do hereby pledge loyalty to this organization. It shall be my time and energy. Toward the promotion of all school activities. I will strive at all times to be a model student. And will never knowingly bring reproach upon my school. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of this society for which I have been selected. Striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals the ideals of my school and my life. Mr. Premier would now like to say a few words.
All right, thank you everyone again for your attendance tonight at our meeting. Welcome parents and grandparents, siblings, other family members and friends of our students being inducted, as well as those that are here for our current members of NHS. I'd like to thank Mr. Thomas Jennings for the administrative staff for being here tonight. Our guest speaker, Mr. Nick Desvacha, I'd like them to come up on stage one more time, Nick. Something from us, give me a little bit here. All right. He's one heck of a guy. We miss him here. Thank you for people that assisted in making tonight special. Mrs. Sweeney for helping us organize the music and the sound and the computers and things, along with the assistance from the Preble facilities and custodial crew for their setup tonight. I'd like to thank the Agriculture Department. If you're part of that as students, thank you for your wonderful flowers here. And as we know, the Agriculture Department is selling plants and vegetables for sale right now. So if you're interested in doing that, hit them up. It helps out our school and the Ag Department. I'd like to thank Sarah Service for singing the national anthem. And of course, our Eagle Scout, Mark Harder, for presenting flag. Let's give it up for them. All my officers. Emily Johnson, President, thank you for taking the lead and getting things done this year. Spencer Gu, our Vice President, for evaluating our situation and ensuring we always have the right strategy in place. Claudia Fritchie, our Secretary, always getting it done no matter what it takes, never saying no to anything, and extremely resourceful. Kelsey Breisel, our Treasurer, the brains of the operation, and has it all figured out before we even start. Riley Berger, one of our historians, officer at large, extremely organized and thoughtful, and has a certain way things should be done, and we make sure we do them that way. Hunter Remington, our historian, officer at large, he wants me to always give him tasks. He gets them done before I even get the next one to him, and he's just a go-getter. Thank you, Hunter. This group here has just been a pleasure to work with, and I mean that sincerely, officers. So I call on you, I send you texts, sometimes not in a very timely manner, and say, oh yeah, by the way, we're meeting at 7 o'clock, and by the way, bring donuts. And do they do it? Yes, they do it with a smile on their face, and often they're there before I get there. It's just really been fun to getting to know you. I think you've worked very well as a team, and it's really been pleasurable, and I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for being officers this year. All right, as I mentioned, these are some things off the cuff, but I wrote a few things down. This group of officers bonded well together, came together with many fun and enjoyable things, many volunteer opportunities for our members. They worked hard at all they did. They still question my jokes, which they do not know when I'm serious or when I'm joking. It just happened again today, but I guess I'm not sure what that's about. My own son still can't figure out my jokes, and he's 18, he's a senior too, so I'm not sure. But it's fun. I love each one of them, and the past 8 months has just been a joy. But on a truly note, it's just been a really good time working with all of you. As each of you are ready to go and prepare for the next step, I want to just give you the best, and I'm sure you will do that in life. Again, thank you. Words of wisdoms to the inductees. Remember what I told you earlier tonight, please? All right? It's not all about you tonight. Secondly, remember, right? Yes, smile. Secondly, you now are role models for others. Is that fair, or is that right, or is that just? It doesn't matter. When you're in NHS, we live by those 4 pillars. That just happened when you took the oath. The oath to be an NHS member. More is expected of you, and you should expect more of yourself. It's not just your GPA. It's not just doing those 25 hours that you're required to do. It's not just those 3 events. It's about how you behave, how you treat others, how you speak, your attitude after a win or a loss, on the court, on the track, on the field, or wherever it is that you compete. You need to think before you speak and think before you text. Your reputation is everything. Protect it. Care about it. I'm looking forward to this next year. Some of you standing before me here, as I mentioned earlier, will be officers down the road. And it's a wonderful group. Some of the seniors already commented what a large group we have. And it just tells us about the hard work that Preble students are doing here at Preble High School. And we want to thank you for that. Keep up the hard work, and I'm looking forward to next year. Seniors. This is a special group of seniors out here. I've gotten to know some of them very well, some maybe too well, Rosnowski. I love you too, buddy. You're like a son. I've got to know some of your parents very well, but truly it is, because my own kid's a senior. And it's a good group. So what we typically do now at the seniors is we line them up right here in a big semicircle. So seniors, you can start doing that. You're going to join them. And what they're going to do is they're going to tell you a little bit about what they're gonna do after this is over, after Preble High School is over. So we're gonna make a large semicircle, we're gonna come here, we'll go all the way down to the end, so we can keep on going, we'll probably go up the circle there. Okay, so again, what they're gonna do is just gonna tell you their name, they're gonna tell you about the college that they're going to, and if they know what major it is, that'll be great. I'm glad my own son's not here because he wouldn't be able to tell you what college he's going to yet. He's saving it for some reason, you know. Anyway, I just laugh about that. It's fun. I talk about my kid once in a while. So anyway, let's have fun with this, and we'll save the applause to the end, and we'll start off on the top here, and we'll pass it around. Emily.
Okay, well, I'm Emily Johnson. Next year, I'll be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison to major in kinesiology and minor in Spanish.
I'm Claudia Fritchie. I'm going to St. Norbert College next year and hopefully majoring in business.
Hi everyone, my name is Spencer Gould. I'll be attending Stanford University next year and probably majoring in chemistry.
I'm Kelsey Brazel. I'll be attending Concordia University, Wisconsin next year to major in chemistry with an emphasis on pre-pharmacy.
I'm Riley Berger, and I will be attending New York University with an undeclared major.
I'm Hunter Remington, and I'll be attending UW Eau Claire for environmental science.
I'm Alex Keeper. I'll be attending the Oregon State University, undecided major.
I'm Mark Carter. I will be attending Northwestern University and majoring in aerospace engineering, minoring in Netflix, getting a PhD in shenanigans, and a BS in BS.
I'm Jared Rosnowski. I'll be attending St. Louis University for physical therapy.
I'm Nathan Prevost. I'll be at the Carlson School of Management at the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities.
I'm Brody Belkowski. I'm going to UW Oshkosh. My major's undecided. Connor Lemons. I'm going to Winona State University and majoring in accounting.
Dylan Van Boxel. I'll be attending the University of Marion, Bismarck, North Dakota, playing football and majoring in exercise science.
I'm Sydney Nessie. I'll be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison for biomedical engineering.
I'm Lily Beckers. I'll also be attending Madison and majoring in communication science and disorders.
I'm Sophia. I'll be attending Marquette University for biomedical engineering.
My name is Michaela Hansen, and I will be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, pursuing a career in business.
My name is Sheridan Mashad, and I'll be attending Hillsdale for pre-med.
I'm Kristen Cape, and I'll be attending Cedarville University of Ohio for Spanish and psychology.
I'm Rebecca Hoffman, and I'll be going to UW Eau Claire for piano pedagogy.
I'm Claire Lamel, and I'll be going to Purdue University to double major in criminal justice and pre-law.
I'm Tim Hansen. I'll be going to UW-Madison, majoring in neurobiology with an emphasis in pre-med and minoring in Russian.
Hello, my name is Megan Whitney. I'm going to the University of Wisconsin-Madison and majoring in kinesiology.
I'm Olivia Watermelon. I will be attending St. Norbert College, majoring in psychology.
I'm Melissa Krauth, and I will be attending Penn State for pre-med.
I'm Brynlee Joyce. I'll be attending UW Oshkosh for nursing.
I'm Travis Troblinski. I'll be going to UW Stout for mechanical engineering.
I'm Carolyn Collins. I will be attending the University of Kentucky for an undecided major within the College of Engineering and a minor in music.
I'm Alexis Wiegert. I'll be going to St. Olaf College for biology.
I'm Mariela Macedo, and I will be attending University of Wisconsin-Green Bay, majoring in animal biology.
I'm J.R. Kennedy. I will be going to the Illinois Institute of Technology for architecture.
I'm Andy Holzman. I'll be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where I'll be studying political science.
I'm Colin Lentz, and I'm going to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I'm going to major in mathematics.
My name is Andrew Breckel. I'll be going to the University of Minnesota Twin Cities to major in chemical engineering and minor in physics.
I'm Rhiannon Linson. I'm going to the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, majoring in biomed and emphasis in neuroscience.
My name is Brianna Galke. I'll be attending the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, majoring in business management, emphasis on human resources.
I'm Madeline Martin. I'll be attending St. Norbert College next year, and I'm undecided.
I'm Jennifer Engelbert, and next year I will be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison with an undeclared major.
I'm Jessica Majeski, and I will be attending North Central University in Minneapolis, majoring in music education.
I'm Callie Mavenold, and I will be going to UW Eau Claire for Communicative Disorders and Sciences. I'm Karina Deppa. I'll be headed to St. Cloud State University in Minnesota to pursue nursing.
I'm Elaine McFarland. I'll be heading to the University of Oklahoma to double major in counseling psychology and Spanish.
I'm Kennedy Allen. I'm going to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and I'm double majoring in biology and chemistry with a minor in psych.
I'm Jasmine Manislovich. I'm going to UW Eau Claire to major in sleep psychology and minor in international business.
I'm Evan Gabarchak. I'll be heading to UW Whitewater, and I'll be majoring in business.
I'm Jenna Gutzman. I'll be attending UW Milwaukee and majoring in nursing.
I'm Tavia Anderson. I'll be going to the University of Wisconsin-Madison and majoring in kinesiology.
I'm Natalie Majowski, and I'm going to UW La Crosse, and I'm undecided.
I'm Ellie Brennan, and I'm going to the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minneapolis. I'm doing ROTC for Air Force and majoring in mechanical engineering.
I'm Katie Darling. I'm attending the Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis to play soccer and major in business.
I'm Haley Sigworth. I'll be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison to major in biomedical engineering.
I'm Autumn Rockhill. I will be attending UW-Madison to double major in Spanish and something in the engineering or science field.
I'm Nicole Biskner, and I will be attending Marquette University and majoring in mechanical engineering.